performance by the students of Nritya Academy of Indian Dances, where their artistic director and founder, Prabhasha Banerjee, has choreographed all of the dances. She is a master in what she does. She actually started collaborating with me back in, I want to say 2011 or 2012 over at the Sahara West Library. So we have a pretty strong history of working together, and she's always delivered fantastic performances. With that said, I'd like to bring her on out and introduce you all to Ms. Prabhasha Banerjee.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this performance presentation of Rythem Academy of Indian Dances in collaboration with LVCCLD. And like Marcy just mentioned, we have been doing this since 2010 or 11, Marcy? Something like that, yes. And it has always been such a wonderful presentation, and it was an awesome show overall every year. So, not taking much of your time, I want to begin today's performances. The performances are divided into two categories. The first three would be in one of the Indian classical dances called Bharatanatyam. Just to give you a little background of Bharatanatyam, it originated in one of the southern Indian states called Tamil Nadu. It started as a temple tradition dance 2000 years ago, far back in time. And perhaps the most advanced and evolved dance form of all the Indian classical dances. India has 8 classical dances, and this is one of the most sought after. The name Bharatanatyam is a simple, it comes from 3 different segments. Bha, Ra, and Ta. So Bhava, that's the first Bha of Bharatanatyam, means emotion. So it's expression, emotion. The next Ra means Raga, that's music and melody. Ta means Tala, which means rhythm. And Natyam at the very end is known as the dance. So Bharata, Bharatanatyam. Thus Bharatanatyam is the dance that encompasses music, rhythm, and expression. That's the abhinaya, we call the abhinaya part. And it all falls under the scripture, the main Hindu scripture of dance in India is called the Natya Shastra. So it all adheres to the Natya Shastra. At the very beginning, my students will be performing on the hasta mudras. That's the hand gestures. So in Bharatanatyam, the entire dance, the margam, has 52 hasta mudras. So there are the 28 single-handed gestures and 24 double-handed gestures. And each of the gestures, the hand gestures, which are known as the hastas, depict stories of Indian gods and goddesses. It also talks about different characters, emotions, relationship in the story. Each movement used in Bharatanatyam has a Sanskrit name. So when you are going to listen to this hand gesture, the words are derived from an old language. It's extinct language called Sanskrit. And again, it follows the Natya Shastra. This is the verses from the Natya Shastra, which includes the performing arts of dance, drama, music, and literature of India. So today we begin with a prayer to Lord Shiva, who is the Lord of Dance. But before that, I want to welcome all my Bharatanatyam students on stage. We start by praying to the stage and thanking the audience. Dhalam kutakati kutakatadikinatam takkadhimmi 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 takkadhimmi. And the first, we are going to pray, as I mentioned, to Lord Shiva. The shloka is called Dhyana Shlokam. It goes Angikam Bhuvanam Yash. Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sharva Vangmayam Aharyam Chandra Taradi Tvam Noma Satvikam Shivam Shivam Shivam. Steps back. Thank you. Out of the 28 single-handed gestures, the most important one is Pataka Hasta. Pataka Hasta itself has 40 other divisions to it. So you can, like I mentioned before, you can show gods, goddesses, elements, creatures, nature. So my students will be dancing to what is called the Pataka Hasta Vinyog, means a poem on Pataka Hasta. Pataka Hasta.
उच्चस्थले निशायां च नद्यामरमण्डले
तुरङ्गे खण्डने वायो शयने गमनोद्यमे प्रतापे च प्रसादे च चन्द्रिकायां घनातपे
कवाटपाटने सप्तविभक्त्यर्थे तरङ्गके वीथि प्रवेशभावेऽपि समत्वे चाङ्ग रूपश्रेष्ठस्य भावने तत्र तत्रेति वचने सिद्धौ च सुकृतिक्रमे संबोधने पुरोगेऽपि खड्गरूपस्य धारणे मासे संवत्सरे वर्षादिने सम्मार्जने तथा
एवमर्थेषु युज्यन्ते पताकहस्तभावना।
Okay, take 3 steps back. A little more. Good job. After Pataka Hasta, the second most important one is called the Tripataka Hasta. So with Tripataka Hasta, we can show flag or different other gestures. So the students will be depicting to you the next Tripataka Hasta Vinayog.
पताक हस्त।
मुकुटे वृक्षभावेषु वज्रे तद्धरवासवे केतकी कुसुमे दीपे वह्निज्वाला विजृम्भणे कपोते पत्रलेखायां बाणार्थे परिवर्तने युज्यते त्रिपताकोऽयं कथितो भरतोत्तमैः।
And before I go to the next one, which is called Mayura Hasta, I just need to mention that the students here, they are student learners. So this has been, each one of them has been they are just in their first year. So they are learning. It's a pretty intense dance form, which takes long hours of practice. So just wanted to mention that they are just into the first year, completing the first year, going to second. And it is 6 to 7 years it takes to complete the entire Margam. Okay, so the last is Mayura Hasta Vinayog.
mayura hasta।
मयूरास्ये लतायां च शकुने वमने तथा अलकस्यापनयने ललाटतिलकेषु च नद्युदकस्य निक्षेपे शास्त्रवादे प्रसिद्धके एवमर्थेषु युज्यन्ते मयूरकरभावना।
Wonderful, good job. Ladies and gentlemen,
हस्त।
this was the end of the Hasta Mudras, the first 3, Pataka, Tripataka, and Mayura Hasta Vinayog. So, wonderful job. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a very big hand. Thank you. takatadiginnatam takkadhimmi 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 takkadhimmi. Wonderful. God bless. Our next performance is a Bharatanatyam solo. The solo is divided into 3 sections. The first is a prayer to Lord Ganesha. The second is a prayer to the goddess of learning, Saraswati. And the third is a prayer to the teacher, the Guru. So this is called the Vakratunda Mahakaya. That's how the shlok begins. And it's a solo performance by Isha.
साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
Part of it. Now, as some of you know, in the last decade, something other than the Indian classical dances, the one that gained most popularity is the Bollywood form of dance. Now, Bollywood is derived from the word Bollywood. That's the Indian movies, the dances that originated from the Indian movies. So Bollywood, now it became a genre. But Bollywood dances has the classical elements to it, and also for the last few years they have adopted some of the Western, it's a Western Indian fusion kind of stuff. But it's fun, and people love to watch Bollywood dances. So the first dance in the Bollywood section is a solo going to be performed by Riya. Riya is one of my adult Bollywood group students, and this dance has been choreographed by her. The next is another solo by Cynthia. And it's a fun dance called Chum Chum Chum, and it's also choreographed by Cynthia herself. Great job, Cynthia. A little introduction for the next dance. This kids, 4 beautiful, awesome kids joined me last month. It is their first stage performance, ladies and gentlemen. They worked very hard, endless hours of practice. Not only them, but the parents together. So thank you everybody, all the parents who helped them. So the song is called London to Magda, and I welcome all my 4 beautiful munchkins on stage. Let's go.
तू होगी what to do, okay what to do, oh होगी मुंडे दी, पतंगा मारेगी.
Amen.